Hi there, this is Save with Crypto. Okay, so if you watched my video yesterday about LordToken, I was just having a go of the exchange just to see if it worked and everything. And just to say that the order I put in last night, which was to buy some LTT with USDC, that got filled at 0.0422. The current price is actually slightly less than it was at the ICO. Actually, in fact, it's 0.0419. So, if you want to get LTT almost 20% off, now is your chance. Now, I think it was Hooky in the comments who mentioned that, this is classic sort of thing that happens where, people panic when the exchange isn't working at first, and then, as soon as there's an increase, people sell the coin off, and then it kind of loses value, so it's gone down in value now. So to me, it's a good time to accumulate some if you believe in the project, and I think I do actually. Now, yesterday Raymond had a good point here, saying there is a reason LTT should succeed other than getting listed on Binance. And it's that LordToken is applying for a PSAN from the French regulatory authorities. I'm not sure what that is. When, not if, but when it gets regulatory approval, it will be the go-to exchange for anyone in the European Union who desires to trade on a legally compliant exchange. That includes businesses, which I believe will start adding BTC to their balance sheets. They will buy on LordToken, not some compliant Asian exchange. Good point there, because most of the exchanges are indeed based in Asia. So the idea of an exchange based in Perpignan, down in the Languedoc-Roussillon area of France, is really quite cool, I think. Yeah, Hooky was saying as they're using the Binance Cloud, they're using the Binance Liquidity, which is probably why they have all the pairs. So yeah, that's a good point. This guy, German, LordToken scam, 100% scam, in the ICO have scammed. And quite rightly, Hooky, yeah, thanks for your comments, by the way, mate, it's great. It said, a failed launch with technical issues does not equal a scam. It just means they had technical problems and didn't load test their servers before they went live. Most, if not everyone, got their tokens in the end. And just because the token price is currently lower than the ICO price doesn't mean it was a scam. This is called the market. People reacted to the poor launch by selling, forcing the price down. It's that simple. They've done nothing to indicate a rug pull yet, although my eyes are open and we all have to be careful. You pays your money, you takes your risks. That is the whole point about, all this kind of stuff. And to be honest, LordToken, I mean, nobody would go to the effort of building this and something that, works, it works okay. Nobody would go to the effort of doing all that to do a rug pull, would they? It just doesn't make sense. I think whoever commented there, you're wrong. And to be honest, things that have a kind of like a rough start, I'm quite into them really, because we bought our tokens down here at 5 cents, and I don't think it's going to be at 5 cents for very long. Now, if you've got any problems, you can use the chat feature down here. At the moment, they seem to be a bit overloaded. So they've got a few standard answers on their Zendesk, which is like a kind of standard support. I want to get this referral link working. I'll just send them an email. And when you send an email to that address, it creates a support ticket automatically in Zendesk. I mean, for example, this was the problem I was getting is I was getting why am I not receiving password reset emails. And I think my account was hacked because my name changed to Joel Pol, JOLPOL. So when I finally got the account back, that was my name. So it did take some intervention on there. Now, I don't know exactly they did that, but as soon as I got it back, I put the Google 2FA authentication on it, and I do need to do that on the exchange as well. Actually, I'll do that now, actually. So you do that by coming up to here and going to security and enable 2FA, and then just do the usual stuff with that. Okay, so that's enabled. This anti-phishing code as well, I think that's worth doing as well. So basically you just get a code which will appear on emails you get, so it's from LordToken. Okay, so that's that done. So look at the security. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Now, I've got some comments here. Dr. Khan said there is a drop-down menu where you can select different crypto coins to deposit. Thanks for that, because I must admit I didn't see it. It's here. Oh, yeah, and there it is. Say I wanted to deposit Tether. Okay, I mean that's not really obvious, is it? But yeah, it looks like you can deposit Tether on the Ethereum network, where the gas prices are about the same as regular gas prices. BNB Smart Chain, that's all good. Okay, so God, I wish they'd made that a bit more obvious. That's tiny, isn't it? Okay. All right, well, we know that now. Thank you very much, Dr. Khan. Andre here was saying, LordToken, what a joke of a project, mate. I was following you for a while and found out about them from your channel. Bought only $100 anyway, but simple as that. After so many hours and hours, why I didn't got my LTT in my wallet, I don't know. It must be somewhere, I mean, take it up with support. I was a bit worried for a while, but the actual support were actually quite good. They were actually, by the time you actually get speaking to a human, they're actually not bad. Claudia was saying, does it matter the quantity of eGold and MEX stake? Okay, so this is talking about the snapshots that begin in 2 days on the Maiar exchange. Obviously, the more you got staked, the more you're going to get. So it does matter. There are minimums. I'm really not quite sure what they are. I think the web wallet is one eGold and stuff like that. So just stake as much as you can. Let's see what happens in 2 days' time. I'm actually starting to get quite excited about this, actually. I think it's going to be quite interesting. Okay, while we're talking about the Maiar DEX, if you are going to do what I'm going to do, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw my MEX from these staking farms here. I'm not going to split up the LP tokens here. I'm just going to withdraw from the staking farms here. Now, what you don't want is this little timer thing there. And what you don't want is this timer here, because that's saying 1% penalty if you withdraw now, 1 day, 5 hours, 42 minutes until the penalty expires, right? So I'm not going to stake. I would normally wake up in the morning and I would harvest these farms here, and then I would stake the MEX in here, but I'm not going to do that because that would reset the clock. So I'm not going to do any more staking until the meta bonding appears. And then what I'll do on that day, I'll harvest these farms, then the MEX will be in the account, and then at that point I will withdraw from these 2 farms here. This one hasn't got the timer at all, so I could withdraw that now if I wanted. But obviously what I want to do is to both of these to earn the maximum amount of locked MEX, and then I will withdraw in 2 days' time, and then put the MEX wherever it's supposed to go. So so just try and make sure you've not got the timer on there if you intend withdrawing. And the same as if you are going to split up your LP tokens, then you want to look at your farms here and make sure you've not got the little timers here. So there's a little tip for you. Anyway, just going back to the comments on the LordToken one. There's so many people think it was a scam. I just don't really get it. Not received the ICO token, bought at 5 cents, now price at 3 cents. Okay. Received my token at 1% less than I bought in pre-sale. Well, you bought so many tokens, so you got that many tokens back, didn't you? So you haven't lost money. You have if you sell them, but just don't do that. Actually lost money. 100% a scam. Don't get it. How could that be a scam? Christie's saying they didn't F up. It's a scam and was one from the beginning. They're French. It was to be expected. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, I suppose. And there was one comment I wanted to reply to. Yeah, okay, so Roberto said, got a question about MEX. Saying, after the 365 epochs, when the first 17% starts to unlock, where will be the unlocked MEX? For example, the MEX in the LP will be the unlocked MEX or the LP. Right, I can actually show you this because I got the airdrop of MEX from April last year. So there is some of that that's unlocked, so I can show you that. Okay, so in this farm here, right, so this one is eGold and locked MEX, producing locked MEX, right? Now, this was some of the locked MEX that was produced from the original airdrop MEX. Now, I think this was to do with the original airdrop. Okay, so you can see at the top there, if I've got 2.955% that's unlockable now. So I think what happens here is the MEX will stay locked. Okay, so I think there's a process which you need to do within the DEX to turn your MEX into MEX. I'm obviously not going to do that right now because this farm is working away and it's working quite nicely. and I don't want to split up these LP tokens. But I think that's the answer. You'll see it like that. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, just one more question before I go and do my roast potatoes. NS Orion said, I don't understand how you can be in profit, no FUD here, but I had a few million LKMEX day one, and I put from my pocket 7 times more in MEX since the Maiar start till now. I'm in a pretty big loss. I have 3 to 4 times more LKMEX, but I'm dollar down around 30 to 40%. I didn't buy at the top. Okay, were you farming from the start when the APRs were crazy, like, the 5,000% and all that sort of thing? Because I think that's where I kind of increased my LKMEX bags quite substantially, in just literally in the first week of the DEX being live, when it was up and down, all that kind of thing. And when we were doing the Denver strategy, when that was possible, I think that's when I kind of got my big bags together, which is why even in dollars I'm ahead now. But as you pointed out, I mean, you're up in MEX, and you're down in dollars. But I mean, eGold is half the price of what it was back then. In fact, I think it's even less. So as soon as it's back at that price, honestly, MEX will follow, and you won't be complaining at all. You'll be very happy. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, so if you're sure of that as well, give the video a like. If you're unsure, click dislike twice. Do leave a nice comment. Make sure you're subscribed, tick the notification bell, and above all, tell your friends.